Well, it looks like Zakk Wylde just released 3 new pedals, a chorus, a phaser, and an overdrive. Let's check them out. Well, thanks for joining me for today's episode. I want to give a quick shout out to Motor City Guitar. I really appreciate them allowing me to bring these pedals home so that I can demo them for you guys. And if you like what you hear in this video and you want to get one of these pedals, there's an affiliate link to Motor City Guitar in the description of this video. Go ahead and click that link and get any one of these pedals or any other piece of gear that you're looking for. And they ship anywhere in the continental US, and they're an awesome store. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that they've been a big supporter of this channel, and I really appreciate them very much. So by clicking that link, you're going to get an awesome piece of gear while helping me out a little bit and helping out an amazing store. All right, so on with the video. So let's go ahead and check out the Overdrive first. Here's how I have it set up. I mean, pretty standard, you know. I got the output all the way up, I got the gain all the way down, and the tone in the middle. That is the gain knob. I know it's hard to read because of the lettering and the lighting, but that's gain, that's tone, and that's output. And it's a hard press too, so geez, I gotta practically tip the damn table over just to turn it on and off. Okay, it's made for your foot, not your fingers. Okay, so the amp I'm going to demo it with is the Splon Nitro. Why not? So the pedal's off, so let's go ahead and play a few riffs with it off, and then I'll engage the pedal afterwards, and we'll turn the knobs if needed. Dude, this pedal freaking smokes. I really like this. It's got that nice grind on the top end, that really nice edge, attack, and bite that I like. And it adds some more texture to the amplifier, but it retains the low end very well. I'm not hearing this huge cut to the low end. It still allows the amp to have plenty of low end without sculpting too much of it out. Man, that's freaking nice, man. Let's do a few more riffs and turn the knobs a little bit more here. Yeah, if you want a little more bite, if you're playing a darker amp, that tone knob really comes in handy. Just crank it all the way up. Might be a little much for this amplifier, but let's find the sweet spot with it. Holy freaking shit. Yeah, really nice top end on this pedal. So I got the tone knob about 2 o'clock or whatever, and it just added that little bit of extra bite. So depending on your taste or, you know, your amp, the Splon Nitro is a bit on the dark side, so you can get away with that. But with brighter amplifiers, obviously, you'd probably want to keep the tone knob in the middle or maybe even below 12 o'clock, depending on all those things as well. But yeah, man, this thing's got a really nice grind to it, and the feel is really good as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to the Mud Killer. Why not? I mean, that's one of my favorite pedals. So let's see how they compare right now. And I'll put the tone knob back. See, where's it at on the Mud Killer? I'll put them both at noon on the tone knob, just to keep it even or whatever. All the other stuff is pretty much the same. I got the gain all the way down, and the let's see, the output all the way up. So pretty much the same. The only difference is with the Mud Killers, it's got a fat skinny knob, and that's at let's put it at 11 o'clock. Okay, so we'll start with the Zakk Wylde Overdrive. So when you see this, that means I'm playing the Zakk Wylde Overdrive. When you just see me, that means I'm playing the Mud Killer. Pretty similar, but I would say that the Zakk Wylde pedal has a bit more low end, so it's a little fuller, and it's got a bit more edge on top. But that being said, I bet you if you turn the knobs a little bit on each unit, you could probably get them to sound pretty close to each other. But, you know, it at least compares very well to one of my favorite pedals. Just for giggles, let's see how it compares to the Oddbox, which is... man, that pedal's freaking amazing. And that one similarly adds or allows low end to be, you know, to come through on the amplifier still. And it's not too much of a sculptor. So same deal. If you see this, that means I'm playing the Zakk Wylde pedal. If you see me, I'm playing the Oddbox. So let's try this again with these two. Okay, so between those two, the Oddbox definitely allowed more low end to come through, and the Zakk Wylde pedal definitely still sounded really good. It was a little more sculpted and had a little more edge. So let's mess around with the tone knob on the Oddbox, and let me turn it up to, let me just crank it up. That's a pretty forgiving knob. So the tone knob on the Oddbox is cranked now, and the Zakk pedal is top dead center still. Yeah, the Zakk Wylde pedal has a little more edge to the Oddbox. So depending on your taste, you're going to prefer one over the other. In my opinion, the Oddbox works great with pretty much every amplifier, but it works best with more sculpted amplifiers because it allows that little bit more of low end to come through. And typically the sculpted amps are pretty edgy as it is, so they don't really need you to add more bite or attack to them, even though you can do that with the Oddbox. But with Zakk's pedal, it's allowing plenty of low end, and it has a little more of a bite or some more attack or texture on the top end. So depending on your amplifier and depending on your taste, you might prefer one over the other. But I think with the Splawn, I would probably prefer Zakk's pedal with the Splawn, because the Splawn is a very aggressive amp, but it's got a lot of low end in it, and it doesn't really need too much low end to be allowed through because it's not super sculpted. So I think with the Splun, I would prefer Zakk's pedal, but maybe with like a Badlander or maybe an EVH, maybe, I don't know. I don't have time to do that in this video, but maybe I'd prefer the Oddbox with one of those. But all that being said, I think it's a great pedal, and it really compares very well to two of my favorite pedals, which, you know, are the Oddbox by Warm Audio and the Mud Killer. So real quick, I want to switch amps. So let's switch over to the Kraken, and this is the this is channel 1. You know, it's kind of like a their take on a Marshall. Closest thing I have, you know, to something Zakk would probably play. I don't have any Marshalls. I'm just doing the best I can here. So don't flame me in the comments section. I freaking hate that shit. So the gain's cranked all the way up on gain 1, which is not a super high gain channel. Let's just see how it sounds with Zakk's pedal. It's off right now, so I'll turn it on while I'm playing. Okay, sounds good. It needs a little more though, you know, and the reason why I'm picking this amp too is because on this particular channel, there's not a ton of gain. So let's see what happens when I add some gain with Zakk's pedal. Yeah, that sounds great, and I think it needs a little more bite too, so let's mess around with the tone knob. Here's where I have the settings. I mean, you got the gain up at like 9 o'clock, and I just turned the tone up a little bit, and it added that bite and that extra bit of gain that I wanted, and it really made that channel sound and feel really good. And I know Zakk plays Marshalls, and you know, everybody knows Marshalls aren't known to have a ton of gain, so I'm sure he's probably got similar settings, or you know, he probably uses the gain knob a little bit. And I like the type of gain this pedal has. It really does saturate the amp just how I would like it anyways, and I'm sure it does it the way he likes it too, otherwise it wouldn't be his freaking pedal. So anyways, let's move on to the chorus pedal and see how that sounds. Alright, so now let's check out the new chorus pedal. So I'm on my Splun Nitro clean channel, so we'll just do a quick dial in on the clean channel, and then we'll switch to the high gain channel and see how it sounds with that. Okay, so let's mess around with the knobs. Okay, sounds good. Let's put a little delay on it. Got my flashback on, so let's see how it sounds with that. It's pretty subtle, but I think it's got a nice sound to it. Yeah, sounds good. I got the level cranked on it, so, you know, actually I didn't. It was almost all the way up, so let's see what it sounds like now. Okay, so it's not the most chorusy pedal in the world as far as the cleans go. It does sound really good though. Let's do a, you know, on and off. Let's see how it sounds on and off. Let's turn off the delay and just hear what it sounds like. So it's on right now. I'll play a little and turn it off. Okay, so it's a little less subtle than I thought. So, yeah, good pedal, good pedal. So now let's see what it sounds like with a high gain channel. I know Zakk loves to use a chorus pedal with his high gain stuff. It just gives him that dimension, you know, that really big sound. So let's see what it sounds like with that. I'm going to switch over to the high gain channel. And let's do a dial in with that. Yeah, it's freaking cool, man. You know what I like is you can cut the highs. So if it's a little too chorusy or shimmery for you, you can take the highs down and get that nice dark swirl with it. and you can adjust the lows here as well. So I love how adjustable this is, and of course rate and depth. So pretty normal settings here is what I ended up with, and then I just cut the highs a little bit. And I just don't like it to sound too glassy or shimmery. It gets a little weird. So I do like a darker chorus. So it just, you know, sometimes, like I said, when you add chorus, it just gets that weird sheen to the top end, and it just sounds weird. But with this, because of that adjustment, you can really make it sound a lot better. So yeah, I really like this pedal a lot. I think it's great for cleans and for high gain tones. So now let's just quickly review the phaser pedal. All right, so real quick, I got the phaser pedal all hooked up, so let's just check it out. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, you got one knob to adjust everything with. It's kind of a darker take on the Phase 90 is what it is. It's slightly darker than the Phase 90, and it definitely has that simplicity. You know, you just turn one knob, find the setting that you like, and you're good to go. So yeah, it's good. And the thing is too, some phaser pedals are really weak. They're just barely there. This one's like there. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely tell the pedal's on, you know, and I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about. I've played some wimpy ones, and I'm like, man, it doesn't even seem like this thing's on. This thing definitely colors the tone really well, so I like it. I mean, I could sit here and play a bunch of dumb shit for an hour for you, but I mean, it's a phaser pedal. It swirls around and sounds really good, and it's slightly darker than the Phase 90. So if you like that, you go get one. You know, I do. I think it sounds really good. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks again to Motor City Guitar for allowing me to take these pedals home so I can demo them for you guys. And like I said before, if you do see something in this video that you like, please click the affiliate link and get an awesome piece of gear for yourself. Whether it's one of these pedals or something else, it really helps the channel out. Helps you out because you get an amazing piece of gear, and you're also helping out a really cool store as well. And other ways to support the channel is you can click the link below to go to my Patreon, or go to my website, tonewars.com, and get some awesome presets or capture packs for Tonex, Quad Cortex, or the Kemper. Well, to all my Patreon supporters and subscribers, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified every time I either go live or come out with another episode. Well, I got a lot more stuff coming up for you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.